Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming at you again with another episode of the Jeff Releford Show. How is everybody's Monday, man? My Monday has been awesome. I tell y'all this every week that it's awesome anyway. Y'all don't have to believe me or not, but y'all tune in, man. Tap into the chat, please. Tap in. Let me know how everything's going with you today. And y'all know how we do the show, man. We're going to start off with the announcements because y'all reading the title. So y'all kind of guess a little bit of what's going on. For the people that don't know, you going to find out today. But for the people that do, yeah, y'all know what's up. So real quick, I got some things that I need to show y'all. Here we go. So y'all know what it is, baby. It is Biggs Radio Monday Night Motivation. So this means you got your boy, Life Coach Jeff, with you from 5 to 6 p.m. on the Jeff Releford Show. And then you have Mixtape Monday with Julian St. Chris from 6 to 8 p.m. And then you have the illustrious Dinah Lynn Biggs from 8 to 10 p.m. on the Dinah Lynn Biggs Show. Now, listen, y'all, like I always say, we got y'all from the moment y'all get off from work, okay, all the way to when you get ready to lay and rest your head. Like I say, man, she ain't going to put you to sleep. Let Al Grip put you to sleep with bedtime stories. Let that brother hit you softly. Just whoosh. But once again, y'all, this is Mixtape Monday. Not Mixtape Monday. This is Biggs Radio Monday Night Motivation. So once again, y'all check out our sister stations. Y'all, if y'all need any type of music or you want to inquire about ad space, give us a call at 773-462-4447. Once again, 773-462-4447. And also email us once you get that good okay at biggsradio@gmail.com. And also, if you would like to know more about our stations, also go ahead, man. Tap into Biggs Radio Chicago, voice of a new generation at biggsradio.com. As I stated in the intro, we got Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia, Indianapolis, Indiana, and then we swing it right back up here to Chicago with Biggs Radio. And that makes up the network, baby. And as I always, people, big ups to the team. Big ups to the team. As you can see here on the screen, for my people that are watching, y'all see the names up here. Holla at us, man. And also, y'all see Germany on there. We do stream live from Germany, okay? How many people you know that's actually doing that? So big ups to the team, man, for making everything happen. You know, just part of the Chicago, Indianapolis, Atlanta, and Pasadena team. Y'all we doing good things out here. We doing big things. So big ups to everybody. And also, one more thing, y'all. I got a day in the man cave coming up. This is Life Coach Jeff Releford's event, a day in the man cave, June 15th from 1 to 4 p.m. at 3031 J.F. Mahoney Drive in Hammond, Indiana, you all. And like I said, it's presented by me. And this is free admission, only to men. Okay, I take a long pause there because some of y'all don't understand that. Only to men, okay? Free admission, only to men, a day in the man cave. Man, we're going to have some good things going on, man. We're going to have a food vendor there so we can go ahead and get the men fed a little bit. We'll have a barber present, and we're also going to have Chase Bank talking about some financial literacy, and we're going to have a little panel lineup too. So we can go ahead and get some people cracking, and we can talk about some of these men's issues. So y'all go ahead and let's get it going. Now, I got one more thing. Y'all know how I go. I knock out everything in the beginning, and I got somebody who can better explain it than me. Y'all just gonna have to listen to the voiceover. Let's get it.
Shauna presents Raw Radio on Power 92.3. Show Love Unity Showcase. Sunday, June 23rd at the Loft, 752 Broadway in GI. With performances by Mario Bar, Jay Menace.
It ain't no competition. Who I'm competing with? Say they taking over, must be sleeping. I ain't see the
Jimmie of 3Ps. Also performing live is Dip the Realist, Madman D, The General, Dom Da Vinci, C-Ball, Smoke, MMOB, Tati, and yes, sir, and Raw Radio and the Vibe will be broadcasting live 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. This event is sponsored by 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning in Hazel Crest. Don't miss it.
As you all heard, man, this is the Show Love Unity Showcase at the Loft at 752 Broadway in Gary, Indiana. GI, everybody. And yes, as you heard, we will have many performances. Smooch Wallace will be performing, and this is hosted by Sean Dale and none other than rap artist Shauna. Y'all know Shauna, man. She down with DTP, Ludacris, and them. She will be in the building, and we will be broadcasting live the Vibe Studios from 6 to 10 p.m. Come on, y'all. Y'all go ahead. Check us out because we will be in the building and we want y'all to be there too. We are selling tickets exclusively, people, $30 each. Y'all go ahead and send me a message, inbox me directly, or just go ahead and give me a call. You know, maybe I'll put my number up here. I might. I don't know if I want everybody to have my number though. But definitely inbox me for tickets if you want tickets, y'all. $30 each. We got you, baby. We got you. All right. Now that I have gotten all of this out of the way, y'all have read the caption. It's a twin thing, baby. It's a twin thing. See, some of y'all don't understand. You know, there's another one that looks like me rolling out here in these streets. Y'all might have seen him and mistaked him. Y'all might have said, hey, dog, Jeff, I saw you someplace, but you didn't wave. Or you thought I was acting funny. Nah, baby, I wasn't acting funny. It just wasn't me. Do you feel me, baby? It just wasn't me. So I'm going to introduce the brother, but you know, none other than my brother, Jimmie Releford.
What's up? What's going on?
Yeah, y'all. This is my brother, Jimmie, man. And it's a twin thing, baby. We twins. How you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm good. I can't complain, man.
That's good. That's good.
Man.
Hey, I'm just grateful that you can come on the show, man. You get to step into my world a little bit, man. You know? What's up? Talk to me.
Beforehand, I was like, hey, man, look, you got to get me on the show. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
And hey, it finally happened. So it worked out good.
There it is, man. And, man, like I said, a lot of y'all don't understand and know that I have a twin. We brothers, man. You know, we have our ups and downs. We have our challenges. But I don't even want to talk about none of that today. What I truly want to focus on is who is Jimmie Releford, the man? Because y'all know how it is, man. When I don't do interviews, I like to go ahead and have conversations with people. And everybody, this is nothing short of me having a conversation with my brother here. So, my man, let the people know, who is Jimmie Releford? Describe yourself a little bit. Let the people know, who are you, man? Let them know.
Man, look. Just to be in a nutshell, look, I'm a cool, down-to-earth individual, easy going.
Yeah.
Hey, love to have a good time. There's a time to have fun, time to talk, love to give advice when people offer and say they need it, I'll give it to them.
Definitely.
You never want to be forceful with stuff, but I will say this. First and foremost, hey, now some people don't know, since some don't know you got a twin, hey, me, I do have a job, but also, hey, I'm a pastor as well.
There you go. Let them know, big guy. Let them know.
Preaching, and it's not more so preaching, it's just ministry in general.
Okay.
Everything that falls under ministry, pastoring and teaching, preaching and teaching, those are aspects of ministry.
Okay.
But the biggest thing, I just love serving people. Love serving people.
Definitely.
So
okay. Hey, that's what's up, man. And like you said, man, you are a pastor.
Mhm.
And I've watched the journey.
Right.
I've sat up here, I've seen you even with your first sermon, it was streamed. And I couldn't make it because I had to work.
Right.
But just watching the progression.
Mhm.
How do you feel about it, man? Because remember, you started off as an associate minister,
Right,
and we went to the same church.
Mhm.
And with you just having that type of upbringing,
Mhm.
because I was on the outside looking in.
Right.
But how was it with you actually being in it as you watch your growth? Explain that to the people real quick, man.
You know what? One thing I learned while I was in it, it's just like anything. If you don't practice it, you can't get good at it. Now, I'm not talking
Okay.
about, practicing as far as you've heard some pastors, what they do is they practice, they prophecy and talk. No. What I'm talking about is what I practice on was just talking in front of people.
Okay.
Got
you talking in front of people.
Because the thing is, you have some guys, it's a thing to where you got some guys been preaching forever.
Yeah.
But they still sound kind of timid in front of people.
Okay.
What I did was I made sure I put myself in various positions.
Yeah.
Just to make sure if I'm preaching to pews, preach to pews.
Yeah.
Or if I'm teaching or just talking to pews, put yourself in that position. It makes you better. So it doesn't matter how many people you have in front of you.
Okay.
I can have 0 people or I can have 10,000. You're going to still get raw and authentic me up there.
And you know what? That's great that you said that, man, because I feel that that's what a lot of people are itching for. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the authenticity.
Right.
Because and I'm glad you clarified that because I want to let y'all know this, people. When we talk about practicing, it's like with me, I'm a motivational speaker, public speaker as well. You have, and I understand what my brother is saying. You have to put yourself in certain positions,
right,
in certain places. So now you don't feel as shy. Am I right about that? So now you don't feel you're okay with taking control of a quote unquote awkward situation.
Definitely.
Right.
Right.
Especially with people. Right.
Yep.
Elaborate on that a little bit.
So like this. Okay. I'll put it this way. For funerals, right? You won't know how to do it unless you're thrown into it.
Facts.
But now the blessing is for me, every time when I've gotten thrown into something, I've automatically known how to do it. Yes, the nervousness is still there.
Yeah.
But see, I'm a watcher.
Okay.
I watch my surroundings.
Okay.
If I watch somebody do it long enough, I can literally mimic what they do. I won't sound like them, but I can say a word for word how they do it.
Yeah.
How they do it. And then it just sticks with me.
Okay.
It just sticks. So.
Okay. It's interesting. So you just kind of pick up some things along the way from other people you observe.
Definitely.
And then you see how it kind of just fits your makeup.
Right. Exactly. Because you never want to be a complete copy of the individual. Yeah. You gotta make stuff your own. You got to make stuff your own. So
okay, I feel you on that, man. And I understand because, even though we're on two different sides of the fence, I always tell people, and I've told you many a times, man,
right.
What do? I always watch people. I learn from watching. I learn what to do and what not to do. So when you take in those specific aspects of whether it's life or ministry in general, because I feel that ministry is life.
Right.
So when you take that just into consideration, I feel that that's what broadens the horizon and opens you up to many more things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's that learning aspect from other people.
And the thing is, you got to understand in ministry, even if it's not pastoring, if it's not preaching or teaching, we all have our own personal ministries that we have. And the thing is, if we don't take time to study our craft or operate in it, we'll never be good at what we're going to do. Never be good at it.
Facts. And I understand that. Yeah, facts. You do. You want to master the craft. Now, and with that being said, now I'm going to say this. I know that there are some people that don't study or read or
you are right.
Or kind of, our church upbringing, man, you know how it was. We was in that game. We was in the game with a lot of different stuff. And some of y'all know, like I sit up there, I come on the show, I say I believe in God, right? But no, me and my brother, we were everywhere. When I tell you, man, we was the teenagers, we was the kids at the men's meeting, and we was the only two there.
Yeah, man.
At times.
Yeah.
Dog. That was wild. Like we be the only two at like the men's meeting or the district meeting or something like that.
Right.
And then they looking at us and they like, well, what y'all do? Well, we gonna take you under our wing, young man. You know what I mean? Because we used to kick it, honestly, y'all. We used to kick it with the deacons.
Oh yeah.
Like real talk.
Like, yeah.
Like
And
that was our life.
And learn some of the best life lessons, man.
Oh man,
Just
I'm telling
being
you.
right there.
Yeah.
Deacon Ivory Holman. Man. Hey.
Oh yeah, that man. Rest in peace, Deacon Ivory Holman,
Deacon
man.
Ivory Holman. Let me tell y'all something. That man, he didn't have much to say, but when he talked, he was the van driver. He would drop us off, pick us up for church, drop us off. But man, he just had nuggets of wisdom he would just throw at us. Yeah. And it's moments like that. Yeah. When you get older, those are the moments that you cherish.
Exactly. And big ups to the church family, man. Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church, 735 East 20th Avenue, right on the corner of 20th in Georgia. I still remember. I ain't been there in a while.
Well, Pastor Johnson says those are the most friendliest people in the world. Amen.
Yeah, what was Mountaintop Ministry.
Mountaintop Ministries of Mount Moriah. That's it. That's it. Uh-huh.
Hey, man, this is good because, we used to sit up at y'all, and we also used to have we had our friends and everything when we was there too.
Oh yeah.
And when we had our friends, we had our own little version of Mount Moriah Mountaintop Ministry.
We sure did. In between services, we would have second service. And some of y'all know about second service. Not too many churches have second service now.
Exactly. Yeah, not too many churches have that, man. They be in and out that bad boy.
It's phasing out. Yeah. And especially COVID had a lot to do with that now, we know.
I agree.
But the thing is, man, in between service, we have our boy on the drums, have our boy on the keyboard or the organ. Man, we have a couple folk on the mic. I was always the preacher. Obviously,
Exactly.
We know how that turned out.
We know how that turned out.
But we'd be playing church. Sometimes, it'd be funny. Pastor Johnson come from the back. Hey, man, y'all need to calm that down,
Yeah. Sometimes he'd be trying to get ready for especially when we had evening service,
right,
4 o'clock service. He'd be, y'all know how it go, man. The pastor be in the study and everything, trying to get his mind right.
Yep.
Every now and then he come out, bopping his head because we'd be jamming and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And your boy used to play the bongos. But listen.
Hey, Jeff was a bongo player, boy.
I couldn't get down on any instrument.
No, he couldn't.
But when you hand me them bongos,
hey, boop, 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 boop.
Y'all, that's a little inside joke, man.
Oh, yeah.
That beauty boo boo we used to talk about. Anyway, we ain't trying to expose nobody on here. But once again, man, along with ministry being a man, you are a father.
Yeah.
Man. You are a father to my little niece, Sophia. And with Father's Day approaching, with this being the month of Father's Day, or with it approaching, how do you feel about you being a dad?
You know what, man? I think family is the biggest ministry, man.
Okay.
Family is a ministry all in itself.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with me being a dad, man, that was one of the best moments of my life.
Definitely.
I mean, man,
definitely.
Nothing can compare to where you see something so small form from nothing into something, and then now you have them in your hands, you holding them.
Yeah.
And then now she'll be 7 this year.
Yeah, she'll be 7.
Man.
Yeah. 7,
and her dialect, intellect, her mindset is crazy. Wow. You've talked to her.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's just, man, being a dad, man, I wouldn't replace it for anything in the world, man.
No, I hear you, man, because she's growing up very fast, extremely fast. Yeah, and she's extremely smart.
Oh yeah,
extremely smart, very intelligent, very articulate. She pays attention to everything.
She say she don't, but she do.
She do. She pay attention to everything. Big ups to Sophia. Shout out to Sophia Releford. Sophie, Uncle and Daddy love you.
I call her stinker butt.
Yeah, he does call her stinker butt. I don't understand why. And she responds. He be like, stink.
She's like, huh?
She do. She know what it is. She went through a period though. She's like, Daddy, don't call me stinker. But I was like, nah, you gonna forever.
I remember when she would, because she was rebelling with that. I remember.
Oh yeah, like, Uncle Jeff.
And that's how she said. She'd be like, Uncle Jeff, Daddy keep calling me stinker butt. I'm like, hey, I don't know what to do, man. That's your daddy.
Right.
That's your daddy. That's just my brother, but that's your daddy,
She ain't mad at it no more.
I know, right? Yeah, she grown in her own.
Just want to see if I want to use it to embarrass her when she get older. That's all.
There you go. No, I hear you on that, man. So also with, with fatherhood and looking at that progression, how do you feel that's matured you over the years?
You know what? I've always been a patient person, but I think it made me look at patience in a totally different light.
Okay.
And I say that in a sense.
Yeah.
It made me realize I was able to see how you can really let a child take you out of your element. And you forget that they're just a kid. they don't know. So there are some instances where
Yeah.
I don't need to hone in on her or come down on her hard. There are
Okay.
certain things kids just don't understand because
Yeah.
they are a kid, they're growing. So for me, it made me listen more. It made me listen to her, but it also
Okay,
made
gotcha.
me listen to other individuals more too.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, it made me be more to think about the words that people saying, trying to understand and comprehend what they actually mean, rather than this jump
Okay,
to how words come out.
I hear you, because sometimes what we want to do is, man, we want to talk to kids like they're adults, like us.
Exactly.
We want to give them adult responses because that's who we're around all the time. So I do feel what you're saying on that front, man. Sometimes what we have to do is we have to take the approach to just kind of step back a little bit and say, okay, kid, child,
right.
let me try to see if I can dumb it down. Or even maybe you might be able to say it in an adult way, just slow it down a little bit. Because like I said, Sophia's very articulate. She's very she's very smart when it comes to this stuff. She's able to process information quite well. And you know, so yeah, definitely.
Like she had an incident the other day. She was like, well, Daddy, don't tell mommy. I was like, no, it's okay. What happened is all right.
Yeah.
You know, because it didn't happen often. It doesn't have to happen often. So it was okay, but she was just so adamant, like, hey, you know, don't tell mommy, she'll be mad. You know, sometimes what we tend to do is sometimes we come down too hard on our kids. Now, not saying that the wife does that, but I'm using this for an example.
Yeah.
There's the thing where sometimes we come down too hard on our kids. Like I said earlier, we forget that they're kids. They're learning. There are certain things that they have comprehended, certain things that they haven't. So I think if we nurture it the right way and just be careful, that's why I say we got to listen more, because sometimes, like you said, we want to respond like they're an adult, but they're a kid. So we have to think like they're a kid.
Exactly.
You know? So we do that more. Hey, everything be good. Now, I will say there's a fine line.
Okay.
There's a fine line.
Yeah.
There are some things you just can't. Now, look, they know. They know and they try and play you.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, like because they still humans, man. Yeah, they have a developing and growing mind. You know, so when kids have that mind, they're learning how to test certain things. You know, they're learning how to figure out if the decision making that they're the path that they're going down is either right or wrong.
Right.
And the only way they know that is by testing it out.
Exactly.
So do you feel that Sophia has moments, or you being a father, do you feel that you have more moments of her being, you know, and y'all have to phrase this like this, as we call in the Black community, we say it's getting smart or talking back.
Talking back.
That's what we say. Now, as I've tend to grow more, I've learned that children are just being maybe a little more inquisitive. Do you see it as that, or do you see it as kind of like your child is trying you purposely?
Now, see, that goes to what I said. There's a fine line.
Yeah,
you know
okay,
I mean?
I feel you.
So there are moments to where I can notice, like, okay, she actually is being inquisitive because it's sparking her curiosity.
Okay, I got you.
But there are other moments when it's like, nah, you know, you didn't have to say that. You know good and well you should have never said it, because you knew the reaction that you could get.
Yeah.
Because one, you just said it because you felt like it.
Okay.
You literally said it without thinking.
Got you.
But kids do that. So
true.
Kids that's why it's a fine line to where there are sometimes I will hone down on it. There are other times I'll be like, hey, watch yourself, calm down. She'll smile, I smile, then we nip it in the bud, we good.
Okay.
But she understands it.
Okay. So. Got you. And sir, you have also in ministry. I want to ask you this about how do you feel about your child and ministry?
You know what?
Because I ask you this question because there are some parents that push their kids in the ministry.
Right.
You know, there are some kids that you know, like for instance, I saw the video of Sophia when she sang in the choir. You know, and when she was singing, she had a little solo.
Right, when we were in Mount Zion back.
Yeah, when you was at Mount Zion. Yeah, I saw that. And I was like, oh wow, I don't know how I missed that, how it slipped through the cracks. But I saw it and I was like, oh wow, okay. Well, look at little girl, little Sophia doing a little solo. Now, are you kind of letting her go down the Christian journey on her own? You know, I know kids, they ask questions about God or religion or belief, you know, and how do you navigate that road with her, with you being a pastor?
Well, it's the thing to where you obviously don't want to throw stuff that's over their head, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is when she has questions, like she loves serving in church, her service, every first Sunday after we take communion, she
Yeah.
gets the little basket. She collects everybody's cups. That's her job.
Okay.
And she actually loves to sing with me. One of my favorite old school songs, Chilly Winds. She loves singing that song with me.
Okay.
So there are moments in ministry she loves to share with me, and then moments in ministry she shares individually, just by herself. Do we push her? Do I push her? No. The thing is, now she knows she has to come to church. Yes. She has to come to church.
Gotcha.
But do I force her to sit in certain settings? Not all the time. No. This past Wednesday, Bible study, we finished up our lesson in leadership. We were in Psalm 101, talked about David, the integrity of a leader. It showed us how the leader's mindset, after we get his mindset, there's a conduct way he needs to walk. And then after that, there's some people who need to let go, something he can't just live any type of way.
Yeah.
But then after that, realizing that there's some people you want to surround yourself. You can't be around everybody. You have to be around like-minded people. Then it shows us when you're around like-minded people, then you want to keep the enemy away from the camp and the people in whom which you serve under, or which you serve over. So the thing is, but with that, she was in my office while I did Bible study. That's okay. That's all right.
Okay.
Now she has moments. Now for church service, 9 out of 10, she sits out in the pews. So she knows church. She understands the service.
Yeah.
And the thing is, sometimes we'll come back home. She'll ask questions about God. But do we force it on her? No, we don't force it on her. We talked about baptism a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
It was like, Daddy, so what is baptism? I explained it to her in a way she can understand.
Yeah, definitely.
Childlike manner.
Definitely.
And then I was like, hey, do you feel comfortable getting in the water? She said, no, not yet. Look, I don't need to force back. Now, back in the day, them old church mothers, grandmother be like, no, you getting baptized today. Go up there. Go to your aunt. You getting baptized. Do that.
Yeah. And you know what? It's funny you say that, because with us, we were, people, I want to let y'all know this. Me and Jim were not raised in a strict Christian household.
That's true.
Our mother was very good at allowing us to know God for ourselves.
Right.
She didn't force.
She didn't
force. Now, what she did do was she made sure we had good male role models around us. Right? We had good male role models.
Right.
That we were able to kind of learn and pull from. So that way, when we learned and we pulled, she laid down a good foundation. She made sure she laid down a very good foundation for us. And it worked, so that's why I wanted to ask you that question. So in a sense, you let her be a kid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you let her be a kid.
One thing I've seen PK kids, we push them.
PK is pastor's kids.
Oh yeah, pastor's kids. Yes, preacher's kids. And now with my child now being in the realm of that.
Yeah.
I've seen kids where you push them out there too early, then they get discouraged. I don't want to push my child in too early to where she gets discouraged, but also, like you said, you still want to lay down that foundation too, so she understands.
Facts. Okay.
So, we're kicking back our Sunday school this first Sunday.
Okay.
In June, kicking back our Sunday school. We're gonna have the children's class and the adult class. So now we have it to where she'll move into the learning aspect.
Okay. Got you.
So, and there's even a time for that, although she's going to be 6, she'll be 7. The thing is that even getting her to learn every Saturday night, she asks me, Daddy, are you done with your sermon? Every Saturday night. Cause she knows.
Okay. Cause she knows.
Yeah. She knows Sunday morning. That's what I do.
Okay.
She said, Daddy, do you have to do that every Sunday? Are you the pastor every Sunday? I say, yes, Stink. Every Sunday, every Wednesday. That's how I go. She understands my role, but I still let her find her role.
I like that. I like that a lot. So, all right, y'all, as y'all know, we are reaching the half past the hour mark. So y'all know how I go, people. Every time we go half past the hour, I have to remind y'all where we at. But first, I'm going to let y'all know we at the Vibe Studios, everybody. The Vibe Studios at 2075 Rush Place. It consists of Ron Reader, the VNO, Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, myself. Who is Smooch Wallace? Guess what, people? If you don't know who Smooch Wallace is, please get to know him. And we got Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. We will produce your podcast. We will produce your radio show. And we do some great things, man. We got some good business lined up in 2024, some good collabs. So y'all reach out to us. But real quick, we're going to take this real quick 1 minute and 4-second break to remind you where you are at again. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the Online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, back with you again. What did I tell you? I told y'all 1 minute and 4 seconds, right? I ain't lying. Your boy ain't lying. A minute and 4 seconds. Ain't that what I said? Let him know. Ain't that what I said?
That's what he said.
That's what I said. Thank you. Thank you. So, yes, we are back here again, man. But real quick, right before we get back and we do a quick recap of what we talked about, I got to let the viewers know what's actually coming up into play. Let them know. So y'all watch this quick commercial and we'll be right back. Right back. All right, y'all. As y'all saw, man, that is the actual Father's Day special that taping that we did with Shop Talk 7, man. It includes myself, RMF, Reggie Moving Forward, your boy Dr. James Adams, the comedian, baby. Shop Talk 7's own Media Monics, and get this D Smith. And man, we just shot a Shop Talk 7 Father's Day episode. Yo, it was a great experience. It was a good time. It was nice having the fellas all around the round table, man, just so we could go ahead and talk, so we could go ahead and make some things happen. It was great, man. And I don't know about y'all, but also y'all swing it over and come to a day in the man cave. And that taping is going to air actually on Father's Day. So y'all definitely tune in to Shop Talk 7. Y'all can find him on YouTube and Facebook. And go ahead and tune into that special, man. I'll be doing some more promotion about it too and talking about it. I'll go live and talk about it, on my Facebook and my social media pages. But guess what? We are back, everybody, with none other than Jimmie Releford.
Hey, what's up?
And your boy, Life Coach Jeff Releford. And it's a twin thing today, people. I got my brother here on. And real quick, we was talking about this, man, while we was taking our breaks and stuff, man. My man got a shout out to church. So go ahead, man. Let him know where the church is at, brother.
First Baptist MBC, located on 2101 Chatfield Road in the town of Kingsford Heights, Indiana. That is 20 minutes south of LaPorte, Indiana.
20 minutes south. Don't he just sound like a pastor? Don't he sound like a pastor? He said 20 minutes south of LaPorte. I joke around with him like with this all the time. Yeah, I do this all the time.
Deacon?
Yeah, and my official title is deacon. So y'all know how I roll. I go ahead.
Jeff hold the keys. He hold the keys.
Yeah, I hold the keys, man. I lock everything down. Kind of like how I do the studio. We hold the keys down at the studio.
First one in, last one out.
First one in, last one out, baby. That's how we roll sometimes. But anyway, yeah, dog. Real quick, y'all. We are talking to my brother Jimmie Releford. We are letting y'all into the man of who he is. We've been talking about ministry. We've talked about fatherhood. And let's move over into the realm of marriage, my man. How is everything? You have been married to my sister-in-law, your lovely wife, for how long now?
This year be 9 years.
Okay, 9 years. And y'all, I had to say this because when I introduced him, it's like he was putting out an ad for Christian Mingle. He was like, I'm just an all-around good guy. I take long walks on the beach. I enjoy sunsets after 7 p.m. I like to just make my sandwich and then my picnic basket, and, just with my shoes off on the beach and just enjoy the sand between my toes.
I mean, I do. Can't lie. Dude.
But yeah, you've been married to Shakira for what you say, 9 years, bro?
It'll be 9 years this year.
Wow, that's something, man. So how do you feel? Because remember, when you met Shakira, you were young in ministry and just young, everything. Because a lot of people can't last 9 seconds.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Let alone 9 months.
Yeah.
But you have been with Shakira for 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years.
So how do you feel overall? Just a marriage. We talked about maturity and fatherhood. But let's step on maturity in marriage. How has that really helped you grow?
You know what?
Over time, bro.
You know what? It really pushed my faith. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Marriage
will do that.
Will push your faith to the limit.
Yeah.
And it really has made me identify more when the enemy is working in my family. And I'm not just saying through Shakira or through Sophia.
Yeah.
I'm talking about even through me as well. You see what I'm saying?
And see, that's I want to say something about that, man. That's a big statement to make, because a lot of times people cannot recognize when they might be doing something. It doesn't have to cause any like physical or emotional harm,
right?
But just something that's off. Well, I guess let me correct myself. I guess it can be physical or emotional.
It can be.
But it's you doing that act,
right?
And it could be a spirit of negativity. It could be something that doesn't bring joy or peace,
right?
And you're bringing that to the table. So that's a very big statement to make, man. Because a lot of people can't make that statement and recognize that they are the one actually doing something, and in turn bringing it to the table.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Because one thing, marriage forces you to look at yourself, and also how yourself interacts with another person.
Yes.
Then you throw a child in the mix. How does self interact with another person? But then how does self also interact with the child that you're trying to mold? So now, are you the reflection of who you need to be? Now, me as a pastor, am I what God would have me to be? If I'm who God would have me to be, then it'll show in my leadership in my household and how my wife responds. But then also, it'll show how my child responds as well.
Okay.
My child fears me. So in my mind, and fears me, I don't mean she's scared of me, but she fears me in a sense of knowing when I discipline, she knows where I come from.
Okay.
Now I have that, and that makes me go into the mindset of, okay, well, when she gets older, she may stray away from God, but she'll never get away from his discipline.
Wow. I like that. Because let's go ahead. Y'all know people. I don't mind talking about God on here. This is what I do. But yeah, I understand, because God is a father. He and the way that he comes is that of which of a father.
Right.
Now, for my Bible thumping Christian people out there, or for the people that are just not believers that might be listening to the show, just respect it. So we know that God is a God of wrath as well.
He is.
I'm not talking about when he destroyed cities, right? I'm not talking about when he wiped out a race of people. I'm talking about God also shows up in that fatherly way.
Well, that's what chastisement.
That's what, and there we go, big dog. That's exactly what chastisement is. Chastisement for my people out here, it is correction.
Exactly.
So as God corrects us,
Right.
by getting us to see certain things while we're in certain situations or going through certain aspects of life.
Right.
That is exactly what a father figure does as well.
Exactly.
A father figure will correct his what?
Children.
There it is, sir. So the father figure will correct the child,
Mhm.
and that is how he segued that in there. So for my people out there who are always looking at God and saying, how can he do this? Okay, I get that part. But what he's specifically speaking on is the God that is the father, one that is able to teach, show, and you are to, as Myron Golden says, you picking up what I'm putting down.
Mhm.
You're supposed to pick up whatever God is laying in front of you.
And you know what? And I think that's the biggest problem that we have as believers.
Mhm.
When God puts something in our face, it's either we take it,
Yeah,
or we don't. And sometimes it's hard for us to accept ourselves when God exposes us to us.
Ooh,
When God-
hold on. Say that in that camera, big dog.
Look,
Say that right there.
When God exposes us to us, that's the hardest thing for us to accept.
Come on. And it's going a little detail about that. Exposes us to us.
Yes. See, what happens is when you sitting by yourself, I'm be honest with you all, okay? A couple years ago, when I first moved back home, I had a moment. The wife hadn't moved here yet. I had a moment to where I sat down in my apartment, didn't have any furniture in there. I was bawling because why? I said, I am not a good person. At that time.
Oh, wow. So you admitted to yourself that you were not a good person.
Yes.
People, he admitted to himself he wasn't a good person.
I'm be honest with y'all. There were some actions that I was doing that caused me to have those thoughts and be like, hey, I am not a good person. Now, I know within myself, I'm good to people. I treat others right. But there are certain things when God shows you, how do you respond? When God shows you the true you, when you have been blinded by seeing you for who you truly are, how do you respond to that?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of us don't pick up. We don't pick up what God putting down. What we do is we say, Lord, that ain't me. But the truth of the matter is, it's us.
Well, everybody doesn't have their Paul on the Damascus Road experience.
That's true. They don't.
Everybody that, and if y'all don't understand the story about Paul, he was Saul, and then he became Paul.
Killing Christians.
He was killing Christians, and he was blinded down the Damascus Road. And when he was blinded down the Damascus Road, that's when God spoke to him. And in a sense, long story short, told him to stop doing what he was doing and follow me.
Right. Exactly.
So everybody doesn't have that experience when they get blinded, and then they're left, because in a sense, Paul was left helpless.
Yeah.
To where he had to rely on himself.
Right.
He
not only himself.
Yeah.
Look, think about it like this. Not only himself, he had no choice but to surrender his heart, his mind,
definitely,
and all of what he had to God.
He
had no choice.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Had no choice.
If you sit up here, you're blinded. What else you gonna do?
See, sometimes I'm about to do. Look,
go ahead,
sometimes
brother.
Blindness can bring you to your knees. Okay, blindness brings you to your knees. Why? You don't see anything. You don't know anything.
Yeah, facts.
And see, sometimes when we walk into blind situations, who we call out on? We call out on God.
Facts.
Lord, help me, get me through. And then it's those blind situations. They cause us to put our focus and direction on God.
And that's true, because sometimes it's about that shift. You need a shift. And and I get it. Like, there's some things, like I was transparent about on the podcast and on here sometimes, I tell people I was going through a moment this year. I went through a dark place, and when I went to that place, it was something to where I had, and like you said, I'm going to just be honest with you people, God showed me.
Yeah.
And what I had to do was I had to really get into a point and get to a place to where I could really sit down and be like, all right, Joe, this is what it is. Now, the great part about that is that you don't have to stay there.
You don't.
But you have to come to some point, people,
right,
of some awakening.
That's true.
You gotta realize something.
Right.
Now this is for my believers out there. This is for my people who might even just be trying a little bit of God. And I want to tell you, it's not about a religious aspect that me and my brother are speaking about. It's just about a lifestyle.
It's about relationship aspect.
Relationship aspect with God. That's all it is.
If you have I have a relationship with my brother. So
Yeah.
what my brother does is, and he's had moments, sometimes he's been wrong, sometimes he's been right, vice versa,
Yeah.
about how he moves, how he acts, how his thoughts are. But the thing is, what God will do is, when God reveals to us who we are,
Yeah.
when he shows it, now he can do it directly or he can do it indirectly
Uh-huh.
through other people.
Yeah.
Now it's harder to do it and to come and to succumb to the thought of God when he uses other people.
It is. Yeah. When somebody else is letting you know
Oh, yeah.
about you,
Definitely.
that's the real talk, people. That's the time when you want to reject everything.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to hear what they saying. You can care less, because you, at your point, in your mind, you like,
You're right.
ain't no way.
That ain't me.
Ain't no way this person is saying it's about myself, and it's the truth.
Now, I always say, if I have 2 people saying it, I'm not sure. But if I get 3 people
Three or
saying
more,
it,
baby.
3 or more,
Three or more,
that
baby.
say I am this way,
Come on.
okay,
Yeah,
I got
you
a
already
problem.
know, big dog.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
And I got to fix it within myself.
Definitely.
And that's how God uses people
Okay.
to show you who you are.
And so and we kind of got off, y'all. We sat up here, we start to teach a little bit.
That we showed.
So we got to come back to it. But yes, like you said, your wife, marriage has showed you.
Yes.
And I love it because as we're talking about this particular subject, I too have gone through that period of where my wife was showing me things about me.
Yeah. Yes,
you know, and this bad. I ain't got time for him. But I feel that everybody goes through this.
Oh yeah,
I feel that everybody goes through this.
We do
at some point in life. If you've been married, we're going on our 3rd year.
Yeah, 3rd year.
Yeah, we're going on our 3rd year marriage, and it's great. I can honestly say, now come on, people. Now listen, I know people go through stuff, but you have to honestly take the good with the bad in marriage. You have to say, I have more good days than I do bad.
Correct. Facts.
Because the only way you look at bad days is if you're in your what? Emotions. I put the camera on you because you were supposed to take it.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. No, but real talk, man. That's very true, and I'm glad that with you being married with her for 9 years, I'm glad that you learned. I'm glad that you both have learned.
Yes,
you both have learned.
Yes, and that's a very important thing. If one person is learning, you will never get anywhere in the marriage. But if 2 people are learning about themselves, and then also this too, once you learn about yourself, then you also learn how others interpret your marriage as well.
That's very true. That's very true. Because the marriage is a reflection of 2 people, not one. It's a reflection of always 2 people, not one. It's always 2 people. And with it being that reflection of 2 people, we have to remember that God didn't make it so that it's all about one individual.
Right.
Now, God made a head.
Right.
There's a difference between a head and a leader. And actually 2 people contributing to a marriage.
Exactly.
Based on their roles. Now, either natural, okay? People, I got to break this down. Either natural or what you have chosen within that marriage, which is assigned. There's a difference between that. There's some people you'll come across, male and female, that are dominating, that are controlling. But then you'll also come across people that actually they lead from a different angle. They don't want to control, but what they want to do is they want to make things open for dialogue, conversation. You can see how somebody feels and everything like that. And I kind of feel, honestly, bro, that in marriage in today's society, that's we're missing out on compromise.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Everybody wants to be heard.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to make sure they're heard, seen, and valued.
Heard, seen, and valued.
Because the thing is, if you don't feel like you're heard, you feel like you're not seen. If you don't feel like you're seen, then you don't feel valued in what you're in. So the main thing with that is that there's a way to talk to each other.
Yeah.
There's a way to talk to each other. And I think one thing is, since I'm put this out there. Look, folk can get mad at me if they want to. I don't care. The thing is, we live in a society now. I'm looking right at the camera. We live in a society now where women, they want to be heard in a lot of areas. But then what the thing is, as a man, we are forced to hear from day one. We are forced to listen. But then a woman, really doesn't listen to a man like they should. Now, what I
Okay.
mean by that is now the only way this has happened is because of sin. Because of sin.
Yeah, we could take it back
Yep.
to the beginning.
Because why? The enemy spoke to who first? Spoke to Eve first.
The woman.
So the enemy will use the woman, use her out of pocket to get to the heart of the man.
And to elaborate, people,
Mhm.
what he means by that, before the comments blow up and
Right.
we get into a whole male dominating / bashing thing.
Mhm.
That's not what he means by that. He's just saying that that it is a spiritual battle
Yes, it is.
that is being fought, and only the spiritual people understand this.
Mhm.
If you look at it from a natural sense, what you'll try to do is you'll try to separate the two.
Exactly.
But you can't separate the two because but with male and female, man and
Right.
woman,
Mhm.
it's all spiritual.
Right.
Okay, gotta say that it's all
Mhm.
spiritual. So what he's saying is, first, the spiritual attack was calculated
Mhm.
to go to the weaker vessel.
That's right. Exactly.
So that way, if it was calculated, you don't think that the darker forces understand the power of emotion, the power of a lesser will,
Mhm.
that type of thing.
Right.
What I mean by a lesser will, before I have people jump my throat for saying that, is one who just tends to be weaker on a certain level emotionally.
Mhm.
That's what I mean. If that emotion can get rattled that much
Mhm.
easier, it's easier to penetrate somebody's heart. It's easy to penetrate that soul.
Exactly.
And we see that with men and how the abuse of women occurs.
Mhm.
It's
Yep.
more so the attack of that emotional side.
Mhm.
So that's all that Satan did. Satan played
Right.
off the emotions of
Played off
woman.
her emotions.
And
yes.
when he played off the emotions of woman, he was able to control and manipulate that, and man followed instead of leading.
And you know what? Since the Sunday school lesson, I'm sorry, look, I got to go into
Oh, go ahead, big dog.
the
Go
Sunday
ahead.
school lesson that we'll be talking about January, the first Sunday in January. It's about the creation of Adam, his job, what he's there for, and then also Eve. Now, look at this. Look at this, okay? Now, the thing is this. Understand that the reason why
Mhm.
the enemy didn't go to Adam,
Mhm.
because Adam had a direct line of communication with God.
Okay.
What God did was he took the dust from the earth, breathed the breath of life into it. What he did was the spirit that he used to create the earth that hovered over the spirit,
Mhm.
that without God's spirit, there is no life. Okay. So
Okay.
he took his spirit, breathed it in from the dust of the ground, took his spirit, made that man, being Adam, from his spirit. And from that spirit, Adam has a direct line of communication with God. God thinks it, Adam does it. It wasn't,
Okay.
that same connection was not given to Eve. So
Because
that's
she came from him.
exactly, she came from.
Because when you come from something,
Come on.
when you come from something, you have a piece of it,
Exactly.
but you're not the direct makeup.
Exactly.
You're not the original. So for instance, we have this Shure microphone that I'm talking through right now.
Mhm.
If I go ahead now, the actual microphone that was on here, this is the original piece.
Mhm.
I
Right.
use the Shure mic because what it does, it noise cancels. It's just better
Mhm.
in a sense,
Right.
but it is not the original locking piece
Exactly.
that would work
Mhm.
for this setup.
Right.
What I've done is I've added to it
Mhm.
or taken away.
That's right.
So since I took away, now it's 50%. It's a portion of it.
What did God do? God took away one rib and created
There it is.
woman.
There it is. And created woman.
The
So
helpmate.
the help meet. So when you take something away and take something out of, it's for the help.
Exactly.
It's for the help purpose.
Because the reason why you separated that
Yeah.
mic
Yeah.
from this one,
Yeah.
because this one will help you out in what you're trying to
There we
distribute
go.
better.
There we go. We took the original works good with what you have,
Exactly.
but what we did was we took the strength of the add-on,
Mhm.
the aid
Right.
that it could have parts in here
Exactly.
from this mic, from this mic.
Right.
Now we know they're two different manufacturers,
Yep.
but it can theoretically it could have parts from this mic into this mic.
Now the beauty of God is
Yeah.
we had from God creating man and
Yeah.
woman, the same manufacturer.
Yeah.
Same manufacturer, came from the same store. But the thing is, the components were different.
But the components were different. Exactly.
Components were different.
And that's how it was constructed. And see, y'all, okay. I'm glad y'all got to kind of witness this a little bit, because these are the types of conversations me and my brother have.
Right.
And, you know, they open conversations. They're not really, you know, we don't go down roads of making people feel bad, anything. Right. I want to round this out, and I really want to sum this up. We got about 5 minutes, but I really want to say this, y'all. God is someone that you can accept for yourself, or you can deny for yourself. I'm not going to sit up here and be the first one to tell you, oh, you going to go to hell because of this, or you going to go to hell because of that. I feel that the Bible does say that everybody will have a chance to witness God. Everybody will have a chance to bear witness to him and his spirit. And I feel that if you have heard the words that I'm saying already, you have already bore witness to it.
Exactly.
So I don't need to say anything, add anything to it. I don't need to add anything to it or take it away. You know, that part is already set. So yeah, that's it, yo. That's it. This is what we do. We don't force it on nobody.
The day shall come where every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. That's all I'm gonna say.
There it is, yo. There it is. Hey, man, it's been a pleasure having you all.
Hey, man.
And
definitely, man.
I'm glad that you answered the call, man. I'm glad you answered the call. And real quick, let the people know where they can find you, big dog. And shout out to church again. So if they want to tune into your live stream, you know, because you work it. Oh, man, y'all don't understand. He adds some things to this live stream. My brother is very talented.
Hey.
And we share a lot of these same common interests when it comes to this stuff. So go ahead, let the people know, brother.
First Baptist MBC, located on 2101 Chatfield Road in the town of Kingsford Heights, Indiana. Like I said earlier, 20 minutes south of LaPorte, Indiana. We are a beautiful church, loving people. Also, too, we have a pancake breakfast tomorrow.
Oh, let them know.
Pancake breakfast tomorrow. Should have sent you the flyer, but look at that.
It's all right.
Pancake breakfast tomorrow. It starts from 9 a.m. to 11. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We will have pancake, sausage, bacon, eggs, potatoes, and coffee, apple juice, and milk, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, $12. And you know what? And maybe you come in, I'll pay for the first three. There
it is, y'all. And where can they find like the live stream and everything?
You can find the live stream at First Baptist MBC of Kingsford Heights. Yeah. On Facebook. You can find a live stream there. Also, you can go on my personal page, Jimmie Releford, JimmieReleford on Facebook, and you will find our live streams there. You can find it on there on Facebook. Just go ahead and click, boom, you'll find the church. So
okay, there we go. And hey, it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff Releford, on another episode of the Jeff Releford Show. And I have had Jimmie Releford here with me, the pastor of First Baptist Church in Kingsford Heights, Indiana. And once again, people, this is another episode of the Jeff Releford Show. And as always, redirect, regroup, refocus. And I love you all so very much. Peace out. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online radio box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay, Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago.